New 24-70mm f2.8 standard zoom for Sony-E full-frame cameras? Yes, please. We do have oldish Sony GM lens, superb Sigma art, and now Samyang is joining the party with their first autofocusing zoom lens. From the moment you open that box and get it out, you know that you are getting quality here. It looks and feels superb, but is it a lens to compete with the other two? I mean, is it a lens to compete with the pretty much perfect Sigma 24-70mm? I have been shooting with it for a couple of weeks now, and in this video I'm going to share with you what I think about it. Stay tuned. I have said it in my videos before, I do like an underdog, and this lens definitely is an underdog. Although Samyang, or Rokinon in US, same company, have been making lenses for a very long time, 50 years to be precise, they have never been in the same category on the mainstream market as Sigmas or Tamrons. This and the new lenses they are making now could change that. This is a first Samyang zoom lens, and it is a very popular and very versatile 24-70mm f2.8. Focal range that gives you wide angle and small telephoto and everything in between in one and convenient package. So how does it perform? First impression, amazing. Sharp, great color and contrast, and generally easy to shoot with. The sharpness is really good, even wide open, and the lens has got no issues, generally speaking, when it comes to acquiring the focus. I had few little niggles focusing on some small things while getting close to them, like these pictures you are seeing now. Maybe it is just me and pushing it too hard or expecting too much from it. Generally speaking, very good overall. I don't know what I was really expecting from it, but it really surprised me with every photo I took with it. It delivers when it matters, and it is definitely a premium quality lens. Small issues I had with it are the severe bulging at 24mm. Not really uncommon and very easy fixable in post if that really bothers you, but I'm sure that there will be lens profile available for it with the near future Lightroom updates, so this will be fixable on import or with just one click automatically if you are using Adobe Lightroom for editing your photos. There is some chromatic aberration visible now and then, again not something unusual, but the biggest problem might be the flaring. It seems a little bit out of control in my personal opinion, certainly worse than it is with Sigma 24-70, but at the same time the imperfections give any lens that character, and sometimes that's the best part about the lens. Minimum focusing distance according to Samyang is 35 centimeters, but I think that's at the 70mm fully zoomed in or extended. It is less at 24mm, making it really good close-up lens too. Video performance is superb as well. The autofocus is spot on every time, and it is completely silent. What's unusual about this lens is that it is parfocal. It means that when you manually focus with it on something far away from you and then zoom in all the way in, it will be still in focus. Sigma 24-70 does it as well, but it is in focus at 24 and at 70, but not anywhere in between. This is perfectly sharp in manual focus throughout its zoom range. Very good, and it might have been very useful for video work for one fact. The zoom ring is super stiff. Absolutely doable though to turn it smoothly while filming, but it may take some practice. More about that in just a sec. Build quality. It does look good, and it feels like a premium lens. It is a premium lens, but it weighs a lot, just over 1 kilogram, making it heavier than the competition from Sony and Sigma. Not a problem as such. I personally don't mind heavy lenses, but it could be a problem if you are an event or wedding photographer and would have to carry it in your hands all day long. It is heavy. It is fully weather sealed but has got no in-lens stabilization built in. There's no zoom lens lock. Instead, they have made the zoom ring very firm. It took me actually a while to get used to it. I think it actually got a little bit easier to turn after a while. It is made like this, so basically you do not get any zoom creeping or lens extending by itself when you're pointing the camera down. But it does make zooming a little bit harder in general. It is tough. There's only one switch on the lens, and this one is very unusual. Instead of a standard auto manual focus switch, you get a custom switch with two positions. By default, position 1 controls manual focus, but you'll have to go to your camera's menu to switch it to manual to use the manual focus ring, unless you have any of the custom buttons pre-programmed to do so on your Sony camera. And the position 2, wait for it, makes the focusing ring change the aperture. pretty smart if manual aperture is something that you might need. I can't test it, but apparently you can set these two to different functions and even change the manual focus throw length via Samyang lens station, which is an additional cost. You have to buy it separately. But if you buy it, you can also use it for future firmware updates. There's large front glass element with 82mm filter thread. Value for money? It is the cheapest premium 24-70mm full-frame autofocusing lens for Sony-E mount and retails for £829 in UK or just under $1,000 in US. Not cheap, but cheaper than Sigma and half price of the Sony option. If it was worse than Sigma, significantly worse, then there would be no competition here, as you could definitely buy Sigma second hand for the same price as this or cheaper, but it isn't. It is very hard for me to tell the difference in quality without actually shooting the same photo at the same time with both. I'll be making that comparison for you very soon, but for now, these two lenses deliver very similar, if not identical results, making this Samyang better value for money, if you don't mind that extra weight. They're about the same size, but the Samyang is slightly longer. Conclusion: beautiful and a very well performing lens from Samyang. Premium quality throughout with new and original functionality like the parfocal focusing and customizable switch on the lens. The cheapest 24-70mm for full frame Sony E mount camera on the market right now, and one that should easily please and possibly surprise even the biggest hardcore Sony G Master shooters. It's got its little quirks and it's not 100% perfect, but which lens really is? It is all subjective in real world, and things like flaring could be a deal breaker for some, but for others like me could be sometimes a bonus, giving a lens more character and making images and videos shot with it a little bit less clinical. I really like it, and if you can't stretch your budget just that little bit extra and buy Sigma and you don't mind the heavy weight, go for this. I highly recommend it. And that's it from me. If you found this video even remotely interesting or entertaining, please give me the thumbs up, follow me on Instagram and consider subscribing. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. I have never been in the same category or on the mainstream market as Sigmas or Tamron. Hey, man. I've lost the It delivers when it matters, and it definitely is a premium quality lens. You get a custom switch with two position. With. There's a large front glass element with There's large front glass element with 82 filter thread. I can't speak today.